but we have a cult. And that cult is attempting to impose itself as the official faith of the United States. You can put that stuff that the rest of the world hates out on the front with the opening act for the Olympics, and nobody's supposed to be able to do anything about it. The thing was, they wanted me to push this rainbow stuff. I said, I don't care what you guys do with yourselves, that's your business, but I'm not gonna push it. So then they kept trying to sabotage.
Oprah Winfrey, celebrated as the queen of daytime TV for her messages of unity, love, and self-improvement, has faced criticism for allegedly pushing a woke agenda that some view as both divisive and financially driven.
Out of the box, because I grew up in the Baptist church and there were, rules and, belief systems and doctrine.
Judge Joe Brown, known for his outspoken nature, is now challenging Oprah Winfrey and criticizing the broader woke culture that she is associated with, openly expressing his disapproval of their influence and actions.
But we have a cult, and that cult is attempting to impose itself as the official faith of the United States.
The most shocking aspect is how CBS aggressively tried to silence Judge Joe Brown when he refused to comply with their expectations. They resorted to financial manipulation and outright sabotage. His intense conflict with the woke agenda has been nothing short of explosive, highlighting the extreme measures taken to suppress dissent.
And I'm an independent now. I can't stand the Democratic Party.
Really? What happened? What caused you to change?
They decided to be anti-family and anti-man, and I don't buy into that.
Today we delve into the intense conflict between Judge Joe Brown and the woke elite of Hollywood, revealing the hidden aspects of a movement many see as fracturing society. The core questions arise: what did Judge Joe Brown uncover? How was Oprah involved? And what has incited Hollywood's fury? This exploration seeks to untangle the complex web of power dynamics, politics, and betrayal that defines this situation. Judge Joe Brown was far from just another television judge. He was a pioneering figure in the industry. His show, Judge Joe Brown, aired for over 15 years, establishing him as one of the most prominent figures in daytime television. During the height of his career, he consistently outperformed major figures like Dr. Phil and even Oprah Winfrey in the ratings, solidifying his status as a heavyweight in the industry. Despite this undeniable success, his career came to an unexpected and abrupt end. The reason behind this sudden halt? Judge Brown's refusal to conform to the woke agenda that CBS was aggressively promoting. According to Brown, CBS not only failed to pay him the money he was owed, but also attempted to coerce him into endorsing social agendas that conflicted with his personal beliefs. When he stood firm and refused to comply, the network allegedly launched a campaign to dismantle his career, attacking him on financial, legal, and public fronts. The dispute began with a contract disagreement, wherein Judge Brown was owed $28 million by CBS, a network that had greatly benefited from the success of his show. Instead of compensating him, the network offered an IOU, a gesture that Judge Brown perceived not only as an insult, but as a violation of legal and ethical standards. This move marked the beginning of a battle that would expose the darker side of Hollywood's power struggles and the significant consequences of resisting the prevailing cultural agenda.
And they owed me $28 million and wanted me to take an IOU. And what was going on is a lot of chicanery happening. I had a contract.
The conflict between Judge Joe Brown and CBS extended far beyond financial issues. It was fundamentally about power and influence. CBS recognized Judge Brown as a significant force in the media landscape and aimed to undermine him. According to Brown, CBS not only withheld funds owed to him, but also diverted these resources into other ventures that eventually failed. This diversion, coupled with a blatant violation of his contract, led Brown into a challenging struggle. CBS employed a variety of tactics to obstruct him legally. They interfered with lawsuits, manipulated court proceedings, and ensnared him in prolonged legal disputes that drained his financial resources and damaged his public image. However, the financial dispute was merely the surface issue. The deeper conflict arose when CBS attempted to compel Judge Joe Brown to support what he labeled a woke agenda, an array of social and political beliefs that were fundamentally at odds with his personal views. Central to this agenda was Oprah Winfrey. Oprah, a prominent media mogul and influential cultural figure, is widely recognized for promoting messages of unity, love, and kindness. Yet, according to Judge Joe Brown, there is a more complex reality behind Oprah's public persona. Judge Brown suggests that Oprah's activism, which often appears positive and benevolent, may mask a more strategic and potentially problematic agenda. He raises concerns about her true intentions and the manner in which she uses her considerable influence. Oprah, who has long championed self-love and body positivity, has been known for her advocacy of embracing oneself regardless of physical appearance. Nevertheless, recently she has been endorsing weight loss products and programs, leading many to question the authenticity of her previous messages about self-acceptance. This shift in her public stance has sparked debate about whether her commitment to body positivity was genuine or merely a facade for commercial gain. Oprah, now 70 years old and listed among the world's most influential women, has faced significant criticism over her weight throughout her career. She has commented on how, for more than 2 decades, mocking her weight was a common practice in the media. This history of criticism adds another layer of complexity to the current discussions about her evolving public image and the motivations behind her new endorsements. In summary, the confrontation between Judge Joe Brown and CBS is a multifaceted struggle involving financial disputes, legal sabotage, and ideological conflicts. At its core, it reflects a broader debate about the nature of influence and the true intentions of prominent figures like Oprah Winfrey.
That I took on the shame that the world gave to me. For 25 years, making fun of my weight was national sport.
In a deeply emotional TV special titled An O Special: Shame, Blame, and the Weight Loss Revolution, aired on ABC, Oprah Winfrey explored the persistent myths surrounding obesity and the growing trend of weight management medications. Throughout the special, Winfrey expressed her profound surprise at finding herself discussing a medication that offers hope for those struggling with weight issues. She emphasized her hope that this dialogue would contribute to removing the stigma, shame, and judgment that often surround conversations about weight. Winfrey urged for an end to the shaming of individuals based on their weight or their choices regarding weight management. Reflecting on her personal experience, Winfrey shared the significant impact that societal shame had on her life. For over 25 years, she faced continuous public ridicule, which had become a pervasive and normalized part of her existence. A particularly painful memory, she recalled, was her appearance on the cover of TV Guide in 1990, where she was described as bumpy, lumpy, and downright dumpy. This instance of mockery was representative of the broader pattern of negative attention she faced from late-night talk shows and tabloid media. Winfrey also read aloud several particularly hurtful headlines from the past, such as Winfrey Fatter Than Ever and Winfrey Worn Diet or Die, to illustrate the extent of the ridicule she endured. In response to this public shaming, Winfrey revealed that she undertook extreme measures, including a nearly 5-month period of severe dieting, in an effort to manage her weight and counteract the negative attention. Despite her considerable efforts, she observed that her struggle with weight remains a frequent topic of discussion online, reflecting a persistent aspect of her public life that she feels will never fully disappear. The special aimed to foster a more compassionate understanding of weight issues and to challenge harmful societal judgments.
I starved myself for nearly 5 months and then wheeled out that wagon of fat that the internet will never let me forget.
Oprah Winfrey reflected on a notable moment from her 1988 talk show, where she famously wheeled out a wagon filled with animal fat to visually demonstrate the amount of weight she had lost. At that time, she had successfully shed 67 pounds through a liquid diet. However, she revealed that shortly after, she began to regain the weight almost immediately. This experience highlighted the ongoing struggle and sense of defeat many face in their weight loss journeys, a battle that resonated deeply with her and many others. In December 2023, Winfrey revisited the topic during an interview with the American celebrity magazine People. She disclosed that she had been using weight loss medication but opted not to specify which one. This admission added to the complexity of her long-standing narrative about managing weight and the challenges associated with it.
This is what I got for the first time after I, took the medication. All these years, I thought all of the people who never had to diet were just using their willpower.
In the past 6 months, medications such as Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro have become highly discussed, especially in Hollywood and among celebrities. Many stars have showcased dramatic weight loss attributed to these so-called miracle diet aids. This surge in visibility and interest has sparked widespread conversation about their effectiveness and the impact they have on weight management.
How long have you been on the Ozempic?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
It's actually Mounjaro. It's another
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, that's the amped up version.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the fast forward.
Oprah Winfrey recently shared her thoughts with People, expressing how the existence of a medically approved prescription for weight management and overall health feels like a profound relief, a form of redemption, and a true gift rather than something to be hidden or mocked. During a special segment on ABC, Winfrey discussed her personal journey with weight loss. She noted that since she began using a weight loss treatment, she has significantly altered her lifestyle.
After 2017, Oprah continued expanding her land in Montecito to over 70 acres, including buying a A4 land.
In recent months, Oprah Winfrey's real estate activities in Maui have become a topic of growing speculation. Ulupalakua Ranch sold 2 substantial properties to Winfrey's Los Angeles-based entity, Harpo Inc. These included a 520-acre parcel acquired for $3.89 million and a 330-acre plot bought for $247 million, both transactions occurring in 2023. Additionally, Winfrey secured 2 10-acre parcels for $100,000 each in 2022. Over the past few years, her land holdings in Maui have expanded significantly, growing from around 100 acres to more than 1,000 acres. This rapid expansion of property ownership has prompted speculation, especially given a notable pattern of destructive events occurring near her properties, while her own land remains unscathed. For instance, in 2017, a major fire ravaged numerous homes in the vicinity of her Maui estate, yet her property was notably unaffected. Such occurrences have raised questions about whether there might be any connection between her land acquisitions and the local disasters. Critics and social media commentators have highlighted this pattern, suggesting that the proximity of Winfrey's properties to areas affected by calamities might be more than coincidental. Some theorists propose that her extensive land purchases could be linked to these unfortunate events, though no concrete evidence supports these claims. The situation continues to attract attention, as the unusual trend of her properties escaping damage during these incidents adds fuel to the debate.
It's burned through 234,000 acres so far, and 18,000 homes are still threatened.
Despite challenges, Oprah Winfrey pressed on with expanding her Monteo holdings, growing her land portfolio to over 70 acres. In 2019, she acquired a 4-acre complex, which, regrettably, became the victim of mudslides soon after the severe fire in 2017. This development continued to raise eyebrows about the impact and implications of her extensive land investments, especially given the series of unfortunate events affecting the surroundings.
Right now, mandatory evacuations are in effect in the upscale area of Montecito. That's where a lot of celebrities have homes, including Oprah.
For more than 15 years, Oprah Winfrey has kept a part-time residence in Maui, where she has accumulated a substantial property portfolio. This includes 870 acres in Kola, a region in central Maui situated between the South Maui and upcountry wildfire zones. According to fire officials reported by the Honolulu Star-Advertiser, the Kola area suffered significant damage during recent wildfires, with at least 2 homes destroyed and approximately 80 residents evacuated from around 40 properties. Winfrey's holdings in this vulnerable region have drawn attention, especially given the extensive destruction in nearby areas. This situation raises questions about the impact of her land investments and the broader implications for the local community.
This all comes after another fire that burned about 3 acres in Lahaina. That was declared fully contained this morning.
Apart from her Kola property, Oprah Winfrey owns an extra 200 acres on Maui in different locations like Hana and around Mount Haleakala. These areas are far from where the current fires are happening. Her farmhouse is located on the slopes of Mount Haleakala, a large volcanic peak standing 10,000 feet high. This retreat includes a wraparound porch that reminds her of her rural past. In a 2006 interview, she shared her love for the house, calling it a sweet and beautiful place that feels like a cozy cashmere blanket. Oprah's spiritual journey began in a Baptist church, influenced by her father's role as a deacon. However, as she grew older, she became increasingly disillusioned with traditional Christianity. She struggled with the concept of a jealous God and sought different spiritual paths for deeper understanding. This quest led Oprah to create what some people refer to as Oprah's religion. But what exactly is Oprah's religion? Rather than adhering to conventional beliefs, Oprah's approach to spirituality blends elements from various religious traditions and does away with rigid rules. Her spirituality revolves around the idea that everyone is part of a universal divine energy.
Many ways, but many paths to what you call God. And her path might be something else, and when she gets there, she might call it the light.
Oprah's journey into spirituality started when she was young, going to a Baptist church because her father was a deacon. However, as she grew older, she became unhappy with traditional Christianity. She didn't like the idea of a jealous God and began looking for new spiritual answers. This search led her to create what some are now calling Oprah's religion. Instead of following traditional beliefs, Oprah's spiritual approach mixes elements from various spiritual traditions and ignores standard rules.
He wanted me to push this rainbow stuff. I said, I don't care what you guys do with yourselves, that's your business. But I'm not going to push it. So then they kept trying to sabotage.
Judge Brown's refusal to cooperate upset CBS. They responded by ending their relationship with him, ruining his career and even attempting to have him arrested. They did whatever they could to get back at him for not backing their plans.
No, here's the FBI. What the hell? You made a knowingly false statement on a federal form.
Judge Joe Brown was unexpectedly arrested and sentenced to 5 days in jail, which many believe was a move by CBS to assert their dominance. The official charge was contempt of court, but Judge Brown argues it was merely a tactic to demonstrate who truly holds the power in Hollywood. According to him, this arrest was not about legal matters, but about intimidating him and showcasing CBS's authority.
Browns did it in my name. It was dangerous what they'd come up and do, and you didn't know about it.
Judge Joe Brown's arrest was a strong message: defy the system and you will face serious repercussions. After his show ended, Brown's fight with the woke agenda continued, leading him to make a big change. Once a loyal Democrat, he became unhappy with what he saw as a focus on dysfunction and divisive issues. This frustration caused him to leave the party, showing his deep disappointment with current social and political trends.
And I'm an independent now. I can't stand the Democratic Party.
Really? What happened? What caused you to change?
They decided to be anti-family and anti-man, and I don't buy it.
Judge Joe Brown's exit from the Democratic Party stirred controversy, particularly among those on the left. However, his decision also struck a chord with many who believed the party had strayed from its core values. Brown's outspoken criticism of woke culture and political elites turned him into a target for criticism, but also gained him support from people frustrated with the current political landscape.
We have to stay woke.
Like, everybody needs to be woke. And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke.
Judge Joe Brown has been very vocal about Kamala Harris's career, sharing details that support old rumors about how she supposedly moved up in her job. In various interviews, he hasn't been shy about discussing her rise to power and has openly criticized her methods and career.
She's old. She's 60 years old.
There have long been rumors about Kamala Harris's rise in politics. Many people think she didn't get ahead just because of her skills, but because of her relationships with powerful men. One of the biggest claims is that she slept her way to the top, a rumor that has been around for years. A lot of these rumors involve her relationship with Willie Brown, a major political figure in California. Harris was much younger than Brown, who helped her start her career. Reports say Brown got her a high-paying job at a medical firm in San Francisco. She supposedly made $772,000 a year for working just 15 hours a week, but it's said she hardly ever went to work. The story goes on that Brown also helped Harris get other well-paying jobs. One job supposedly paid her $120,000 a year for only 20 hours of work each week.
With Willie Brown. She got mad at her sister, this black judge here, because she just went over to speak with him. She jumped up, don't even look at him, leaving her alone. The judge told her, ain't my type.
Judge Joe Brown has criticized Kamala Harris for her tough treatment of black people during her time as a prosecutor. He claims she was particularly harsh in her sentencing, often giving severe punishments to young black men and women involved in truancy cases. Brown argues that many of these people were black and that her harsh sentences were unfair. He also accuses Harris of withholding evidence that could have helped the black community, making their situation even worse. When asked about Harris's personal views on black men, Brown suggested that she might not have a positive opinion. This added to the controversy about her character and raised questions about her true feelings towards black people. Besides his criticism of Harris, Judge Joe Brown has also spoken out against Hollywood's so-called woke culture. He believes that Hollywood's apparent support for progressive values is often just a show. For instance, he criticized the inclusion of certain elements in the Olympic opening ceremony, viewing it as a way for Hollywood to push its own agenda on a global stage without considering the cultural values of other countries. Brown thinks this is an example of Hollywood ignoring anything that doesn't fit its woke ideology. Brown's criticism isn't limited to the Olympics. He argues that many people in Hollywood are more interested in promoting their social agendas than in making good entertainment. His strong views on this issue have made him a controversial figure, but have also gained him support from those who are tired of what they see as Hollywood's hypocrisy. Even though Judge Joe Brown has faced financial troubles, legal battles, and public criticism, he continues to speak out against what he sees as dangerous trends in woke culture. His story is about standing up for one's beliefs, even when it means risking a lot. As Hollywood deals with balancing social justice and artistic quality, Brown's voice is a reminder of the importance of sticking to one's principles.